It's now 6:30. I'd like to call this city council meeting of January the 23rd to order. Could I have a roll call, please?
Councilperson
Sorry.
Cosner,
Here.
Councilman Nestor, Councilperson Thomas,
Here.
Councilman Orchakowski, Mayor Mosher.
Present.
Mayor, we know 3 present, 2 absent, and no to quorum.
Thank you. Pastor Hall's not here. Would you mind leading us in prayer?
We bow our heads for a moment of prayer. Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you, Lord, for this day, for just watching over us and keeping us and even bringing us to this council meeting. Bind us all together on one accord as we come together just to continue to try to move the city forward, granting us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in all things. Let us learn how to work together peaceably for the good of the city. Bless us and keep us, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're going to forego the minutes of the previous session. They're not prepared at this point. We'll have them hopefully this next meeting we have. At this time, I'd like to invite public comment on agenda items only.
Honest telegraphers. This is a very important meeting. You got all these transfer of funds, and the financial council member ain't here. So I don't know how you guys are transparent and working with the public. I got no clue. But this is what I'm kind of like. This number C on page 2 about motion for stormwater phase 3 change order. This change order, is that going to increase what we are scheduled to make these payments?
No, the work session completely detailed that. That is a part of the, it doesn't change the cost of the Monessen at all.
Okay, now but the other one.
Same thing's true there.
So all of these, all the way on page 2, there's no extra cost?
There's no extra cost.
You sure about that?
I'm sure about that. Got some rain going.
Okay, now I see you got all these appointees. You still don't have any appointee for the Civic Commission, the Civic Center.
No,
You
we're
working
still
on that?
We're still interviewing on that.
Well, what's going on down at the Civic Center? If there's no,
We're currently managing that ourselves.
who's we?
Mike,
So you're
corporate,
throwing everything on Mike.
everything on Mike.
He got a lot more work to do as administrator. You're throwing
understand.
them with Civic Centers now. How's that new girl working out? The
So
one
far,
you-
very good.
Okay, well, you said that with the other previous two. So far, so good, and then they disappear 4 months later.
Hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Well, what are you picking out as far as like your criteria?
We have very stringent criteria. Sometimes you make a mistake though.
Well, one big criteria you guys always neglect is 90% of all the employees here don't live in Monessen. So when you guys give these people jobs, we don't get their city tax or their property tax. That's really shooting us in the butt. And nobody addresses that.
Any other comments on agenda items?
I don't know if I need a microphone.
Yeah, you do.
I do?
Yeah.
My name's Rich Hall. I live on Dennis Avenue. First of all, I want to commend your street department. I've been over here 6 years, and, well, maybe 7. But they're out day and night, not just in the winter. They had a electronics collection or something down at the Borough Building, and I dropped something off there, and the guys couldn't have been nicer. Come help take it out of the car, the whole bit. So accolades to them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that, not just snow removal, I'm talking street repairs, everything. So they do a great job. Garbage.
Okay, we really need to keep to what is on the agenda. If there's public comments at the end of the meeting, you're welcome to talk about any subject you want.
Okay, well, because that's the only two items I really have, and I don't want to dwell on the garbage. I just wanted to bring something to light.
Okay, and I appreciate that. We all make plenty of time for you at the end of the meeting.
Okay.
Thank you. Any other comments on agenda items? At this time, we have some correspondence that needs to be read. Would you read that for us, please? Excuse me?
Usually it's the solicitor?
Well, correspondence is first.
Okay.
The correspondence is from the Monessen Redevelopment Authority. I'm fine with that, I think. 575 Donner Avenue, Monessen, PA, 15062. It's dated January 22nd, 2025, and it is addressed to Ron Mosier, Mayor, City of Monessen. Dear Mayor Mosier, I'm writing this letter on behalf of the Monessen Redevelopment Authority to express our concerns about safety and security at our regularly scheduled meetings. You attend our meetings and have witnessed firsthand outbursts, accusations, negativity, and profanity, and veiled threats that have occurred. You have also witnessed members being called insulting names and invited to go outside to fight. The rules of conduct that we implemented have helped some, but still have not completely solved the problem. It is time to solve this problem. Our main concern is P-No-See and Flown, but there are others who don't abide by the established rules. His bombastic, out-of-control behavior at our meetings makes the board feel threatened and unsafe. Also, some new information that has been revealed to us makes this issue a matter of utmost concern. Accordingly, to deal with our concerns, we are asking, number one, that you assign a police officer to attend our meetings to maintain order and ensure the safety and security of the RDA and attendees. This is very critical to the RDA achieving their mission. That the front door be locked during the RDA meetings to prevent unauthorized access to the building. That more attention be given to safety and security at the Monessen City building. That the City of Monessen develop a safety and security program, including procedures that ensure that guns are not carried into meetings. I've agreed to work with the RDA, but I should not have to worry about my safety and security while attending meetings. A joint resolution from the RDA will be sent to you under separate cover. Finally, my family is very concerned about my safety, and several of my church members have also expressed their worry. We will await a response from you. Sincerely, William C. Bass Sr., Chairman, Monessen Redevelopment Authority.
Thank you.
Yes.
At this time, I'd like to ask our solicitor for his report.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. First, just an update for the USDA project. The initial term, the project was supposed to be completed at the end of March. Therefore, the financing will have to be extended. The city's working with their bond council to accomplish that. The first of the two USDA loans will kick in at the end of March. The PNC financing will be extended, it looks like, for a period of 30 months. And there's just some of the project left that has to be finished, and you're dealing with 100-year-old lines and have to still continue. There will be an ordinance or ordinances in front of City Council before the first February meeting. It can be then adopted at your council meeting. Keep everybody updated. Just waiting on PNC Bank to say how they want to facilitate the closing of the extension. Second, I did have a conversation with the representative from Guardian Fire Alarm. Initially, it was a 5-year period for the service agreement with automatic 5-year renewals. They were okay with reducing the automatic renewals to 1-year periods with a 30-day cancellation clause at the end of any term. Also on tonight's agenda, there is a tractor rental from Groff up in Zelienople. I did take a look at that, made sure the city has the appropriate insurance requirements and what their obligations with the equipment are under the contract. Finally, I did work with the mayor and CFS Bank to finalize the tax anticipation note. The city closed on that a week ago.
Mhm.
It's already in the general fund, so no hiccups with that. That's all I have this evening.
Thank you. This time I'd like to invite the treasurer for his report.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, council, and citizens of Monessen. This is my report for the year ending 2024. Garbage fees revenues. In December, we collected $2,730. Year-to-date, we collected $350,005.14. The budget amount was $350,000. Garbage fees delinquent. December, we collected $10,897.39. This includes $9,347.39 collected by Portnoy. Year-to-date, we collected $59,991.01. This includes $28,813.30 collected by Portnoy. Budget amount was $75,000. Penalties and interest collected from Portnoy for December 17 cents. Year-to-date, $1,072.68. Budget amount was $2,500. Garbage fees collected for 2025. December, we collected $13,622. Year-to-date, $14,382. Budget amount, $150,000. Total income for December, $27,249.56. Year-to-date, $425,450.83. Budget amount was $577,500. City real estate taxes. Current for December, we collected $17,050.26. Year-to-date, $1,974,942.01. Budget amount, $160,000, $1,600,000. City taxes prior collected by the city, we received nothing December. Year-to-date, $22,044.74. Budget amount, $7,000. Total collected year-to-date, $1,996,986.75. Delinquent city taxes collected by Westmoreland County. December, we received $74,449.52. Year-to-date, $315,623.81. Budget amount, $160,000. Total year-to-date taxes collected, $2,312,610.56. Budget amount, $1,767,000. Distributions as follows. General fund. Year-to-date, $1,389,303.72. Budget amount, $1,113,120. Debt service, year-to-date, $377,031.12. Year-to-date, budget amount, $302,080. Library fund, year-to-date, $40,339.13. Budget amount, $32,320. Parks, year-to-date, $190,312.78. Budget amount, $152,480. Year-to-date total distribution, $1,996,986.75. Budget amount, $1,600,000. Miscellaneous income. Real estate transfer tax. December, we received $3,020.04. Year-to-date, $59,341.98. Budget amount, $89,333. Earned income tax. December, we received $77,535.88. Year-to-date, $760,279.37. Budget amount, $682,048. Mercantile tax. December, $946.34. Year-to-date, $20,983.22. Budget amount, $23,425. Local service tax, December, $752.75. Year-to-date, $71,898.04. Budget amount, $71,072. Tax certification letters, December, $790. Year-to-date, $22,500. Budget amount, $20,000. Municipal lien letters, December, $750. Year-to-date, $14,850. Budget amount, $17,500. Line usage account, unsecured payments for December, $598. Year-to-date, $12,631. Line usage fee, December, $73,675.20. Year-to-date, $905,264.99. Budget amount, year-to-date total, $917,895.99. Mayor, that concludes my report. Also, if anybody's interested in a copy of this report, you can see me after the meeting.
We'll need
Mayor.
a motion to accept the treasury report as read.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to accept the treasury report as read for city treasurer for garbage fees and city real estate taxes collected for the month of December 2024.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll, please.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas.
Yes.
Mayor motion.
Yes. Do we have a controller's report available?
Yeah,
There's one in the packet, I believe.
there's one in there.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's in there.
Would you mind reading it?
The Controller's Report for December 2024 from the General Fund of CFS Bank checking account and the bank reconciliation as of December 2024. The beginning bank balance as of November 29, 2024 was $568,000, or $531.78. We had deposits of $490,227.81 and expenses of $567,513.53. The ending balance as of December 31st, 2024 was $491,246.06. We had outstanding checks of $44,412.02, and outstanding deposits were at zero. The reconciled balance to the bank statement is $446,834.04. That is the controller's report.
Thank you. At this time, I want to take the opportunity to give a State of the City address. As your mayor, it's both an honor and privilege to come before you today to deliver this year's State of the City address. This is an opportunity to reflect on our progress, acknowledge the challenges we face, and look forward to the future with determination and hope. Our city has made significant strides in addressing longstanding infrastructure issues. I'm proud to report that Monessen has advanced two major storm sewer projects that will greatly enhance the resilience and reliability of our water management system long into the future. First is the construction of a $2.2 million project that was loaned through the Pinvest, started in 2023 for Phase 4 storm sewer project. I'm pleased to announce that we completed the critical work in 2024, and we are currently working on closing out the project. These upgrades significantly improve our sewer and storm water infrastructure, reducing the chance of failure and ensuring better protection for properties across the city. Additionally, we worked on Phase 3 storm sewer project, supported by an incredible $15 million investment made through the USDA. This transformation project will further modernize our infrastructure, ensuring Monessen is well prepared to meet future environmental and public safety challenges. The focus of additional work funded through a $4.5 million USDA grant will be from the CSX railroad tracks to the river. This includes 125-year-old storm drain pipes, giving them another 100 years of life as they run underneath the tracks all the way to the river, ensuring comprehensive improvements in this critical area. We continue to address the issue of blight through our partnership with Westmoreland County Land Bank. The County Art Fund, as administered by Westmoreland County Land Bank Redevelopment Authority, has demolished over 125 properties. With the Code Pro system, the Land Bank has acquired and demolished 42 projects through the judicial process, while Monessen has submitted over 127 applications for demolition through the local legal action. All told, there are 163 properties that have been demolished or in the process of being released for demolishment. We'll continue to work with our county commissioners who are committed in supporting Monessen as we submit additional blighted properties for demolition. This work is essential for creating a city we can all be proud of. Economic development remains a cornerstone of our vision for Monessen's future. With the help of $75,000 LSA grant, we're focused on initiatives to attract businesses, promote entrepreneurship, and revitalize our local economy. These funds will be instrumental in creating new opportunities for growth and prosperity within our community. Simultaneously, we're embarking upon an initiative through DCED-sponsored Neighborhood Partnership Program, commonly called the NPP. With the assistance of Westmoreland County Community Development Program, this is expected to bring approximately $3 million of cash to spark development efforts, providing a significant boost to our city's economy revitalization. These funds will enable us to access critical needs and seize opportunities for growth and transformation. In addition to the LSA grant, we're working closely with the Department of Community and Economic Development, DCED, through the Strategic Management Planning Program, STAMP. The financial health of the city is based upon rebuilding our tax base supported by DCED. Our application includes the completing of an economic analysis of our state of our current and forecasted condition. Collaboration with Reimagine Westmoreland County, we are exploring innovative ways to work more effectively with surrounding municipalities to create regional approach to development and shared resources. Through this process, we will bring new opportunities to cities that include cooperation with nearby communities. We are excited to announce the Music in the Park initiative, a series of concerts scheduled for the summer of 2025. This series will feature big names, including Billy Price, and will be held on June 29th, July 30th, August 24th, and September 21st, held at the Amphitheater in City Park. We expect this initiative to grow as we seek sponsors and explore potential sites for a permanent indoor facility to house such events, eliminating the risk of weather disruptions. This effort is another step in enhancing our city's cultural and economic vitality. We also continue to work with various nonprofits and for-profit organizations to evaluate potential projects, including apartment complexes, senior citizen gated community. These projects aim to diversify housing options and improve the quality of life for residents in Monessen while improving our tax base. Our commitment to enhancing the quality of life for Monessen residents includes investments in our streets and public places. This year, through the Community Development Block Grant, CDBG program, we completed the paving of 3rd Street. Projects like this not only include improved mobility, but they also reflect the dedication of maintaining and upgrading the city's essential infrastructure. We have also applied for state LSA monies to provide upgraded tools and machinery that promise to help improve our roads. I'm proud to announce for the 3rd consecutive year, our administration ended the fiscal year with money in the bank. This achievement reflects our commitment to prudent financial management and our focus of delivering essential services while being responsible stewards of taxpayer dollars. None of our progress would be meaningful without addressing the needs of our most valuable and vulnerable residents. We owe a debt of gratitude to Westmoreland County Community Action for their tireless efforts to combat homelessness, provide food for families in need, and deliver a host of valuable services that uplift our community. Their partnership is a testament to what we can achieve when we work together to ensure that no one in Monessen is left behind. As we look ahead, we have accomplished much. There's still a lot of work to do. In the coming months, my administration will focus on expanding the economic development initiative to attract new businesses and create jobs, strengthening partnership with county, state, and federal organizations to maximize resources for our residents, ensuring transparency and financial responsibility in every project we undertake. In closing, Monessen is a city with a proud history and unwavering spirit. Together, we're laying the foundation for a brighter and more prosperous future. I'm deeply grateful for the hard work and dedication of our city employees, community partners, and most importantly, you, the residents of Monessen. Thank you for all your trust and commitment, your belief in what we can achieve together. The state of our city is strong, and with continued support, it will only get stronger. Thank you, and may Monessen continue to thrive. At this time, I'd like to ask Lois to read the rest of my motions, if she would, please.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to make a motion to approve contract with Guardian Services for installation and monitoring fire and emergency alarm system at the City of Monessen Police and Fire Station at an initial cost of $8,048.24 and a monthly monitoring service fee and testing inspection fee of $127.47. The initial term of the service agreement is 5 years with an automatic renewal period of 1 year with a 30-day notice to terminate at the end of a term.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Please call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas?
Yes.
Mayor Mosher?
Yes.
Motion to pay sewer stormwater Phase 3C change order number 3, which includes the additional storm segments added on Perenni, Fifth Street, and Third Street, where the pipe changes from round to oblong to square to mushroom shape. This $1,717,148 change order is an extension of Phase 3C and is based on calculated material and labor using the bid pricing previously provided. This change order has been reviewed and approved by the USDA.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any questions? I'd like to explain to everybody real quick. We did in the Phase 3 project with some money. We've got the grant fund that kicks in, and this money's coming out of the grant fund. But this will complete the Phase 3C change order. Could I have a roll call, please?
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas?
Yes.
Mayor Mosher?
Yes.
Motion to pay sewer stormwater Phase 3C change order number 2, described as replacement of 53-inch by 41-inch CMP arch with 60-inch TP, CCP lining, Perenni CMB, and brick arch pipes in an amount of $148,386.26.
Is there a second?
Second.
Just for clarification purposes, this is all the work that was done up around Bart's. Call the roll, please.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas?
Yes.
Mayor Mosher?
Yes.
Motion to pay WEC Amendment Number 8, which includes elimination of a manhole on Third Street and the design of the grate required on the Grand Boulevard stormwater collection culvert, just built totaling $25,814.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any questions? This is more to continue to wind up the engineering for those projects that we just discussed. Call the roll, please.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas?
Yes.
Mayor Mosher?
Yes.
Motion to refund and repay overages remitted to the City of Monessen Refuge Authority for fines and penalties on account of 20-02-10-0-259 for refuse fees on vacant properties in the amount of $60.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas?
Yes.
Mayor Mosher?
Yes.
Motion to appoint Dennis Wentz to the Mon Valley Sewage Authority for a 5-year term commencing on January 23rd, 2025.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas?
Yes.
Mayor Mosher?
Yes.
Motion to appoint John Mandarina to the Mon Valley Refuge Authority for a 5-year term commencing on January 23rd, 2025.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas?
Yes.
Mayor Mosher?
Yes.
Motion to appoint Joe Bozick to the Monessen Public Library Board of Trustees for a 3-year term commencing on January 23rd, 2025.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas?
Yes.
Mayor Mosher?
Yes.
Motion to appoint Virginia Monahan to the Monessen Public Library Board of Trustees for a 3-year term commencing on January 23rd, 2025.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas?
Yes.
Mayor Mosher?
Yes.
Motion to appoint Dawn McKechnie to the Monessen Public Library Board of Trustees for a 3-year term commencing on January 23rd, 2025.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas,
Yes.
Mayor Mosher.
Yes.
Motion to appoint Philip Mandarina to the City Monessen Redevelopment Authority for a term of 5 years commencing on January 23rd, 2025.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas,
Yes.
Mayor Mosher.
Yes.
And I excuse if I don't say this name right, I've never seen it before, but motion to appoint Hunter Stangroom to the City of Monessen Police Accountability and Internal Affairs Board for a 5-year term commencing on January 23rd, 2025.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas,
Yes.
Mayor Mosher.
Yes.
Motion to approve agreement with Groff Tractor for the rental of Deere Model 444P S-N 10W444PA TRL X22550 while our high lift is being repaired. Value of this agreement is $2,080 per week.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas,
Yes.
Mayor Mosher.
Yes. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and read Tony's motions because he's not here tonight. Motion to pay the following invoices from the general fund in the amount of $127,216.51. All invoices are attached to this agenda as attachment A. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas,
Yes.
Mayor Mosher.
Yes. Motion to pay the following invoices from the recreation account in the amount of $519.71. All invoices are attached to this agenda as attachment B. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas,
Yes.
Mayor Mosher.
Yes. Motion to pay the following invoices from the line usage fund in the amount of $64.96. All invoices are attached to this agenda as attachment C. Could I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas,
Yes.
Mayor Mosher.
Yes. Motion to pay the following invoices from the Parks Fund in the amount of $298.70. All invoices are attached to this agenda as attachment D. Could I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas,
Yes.
Mayor Mosher.
Yes. Motion to approve the transfer of $89,329.36 from the general fund to the payroll account for payroll expenses. Could I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas,
Yes.
Mayor Mosher.
Yes. Motion to transfer $2,100 from the general fund to the healthcare fund. Could I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Councilperson Cosner,
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas,
Yes.
Mayor Mosher.
Yes. In the spirit of our accounts, Director of Accounts and Finance, the line usage currently has $840,000, $840,857.74. The liquid fuels has $2,962.85. The rec fund has $1,987.25. The grant fund has $119,942.35. The payroll account has $1,003.83. The healthcare account has $4,612.78. The American Rescue Plan has $45,340.65. The general fund has $245,043.09. The TAN note has $500,282.60. The garbage fund has $113,564.46. The fire escrow has $22,060.08. That completes the Director of Accounts and Finance report. This time I'd like to invite Councilwoman Lois for her report.
I just want to thank Rich Hall for the accommodation for the streets department. I too just can't commend them enough or thank them enough for the job that they do. And for those who are concerned about the one day where it seemed like the roads weren't done as well, that was not their fault. That's just a backup in all the salt that's being delivered to all the cities. But they are out there, as you can see, nonstop, and I just can't thank them enough for trying to keep our roads safe and our residents safe. But let me just do yes, I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that with Lord.
I mean, they are out there nonstop, you know, in the middle of the night, you can hear them out there in the morning, all night long, continuously, and never a complaint that I've heard from them. So they're risking their lives being out there on those roads, so I thank them for that. But our streets department report for December 2024. Empty garbage twice a week downtown, and this is for December. Marked 32 PA1 calls, cold patched several streets, put up and straightened signs. They ran a street sweeper, weather permitting, as we know, that was in December. Had to salt the streets twice this month. That was in December, because I'm sure they've done it almost every day in the month of January, just about. Had electricity issues for 12 days at the city garage, so we send our apologies to anyone who reported a complaint by phone or email. We did not reply. They got truck 8 back from repair. Also a reminder to all citizens, when it snows, we salt and plow all hills and main streets on the routes first. Side streets are done second, and alleys are last. Thanks for your understanding and patience. And once again, Rodney Freeman would also like to thank Mark, who's here tonight, for his 35 years of hard work and dedication to the city, as well as all of us who are present here. Mark, we'd just like to thank you very much. Thank you very much. For sure.
He did
Yes,
retire.
but we didn't get a chance to have him here
We
with
were
us.
going to have a proclamation for him at our work session this next time, too.
We are.
We will, yeah, we will.
That's the next,
We will.
next meeting.
That's my report, Mayor.
Thank you. John Nestor's not here. Would you like to read his report? Give it to Karen then.
Thanks, Ernie. Police Department receipts for the year 2024. Parking meter receipts, 0. Parking fines and forfeits, $140. Parking permits, 0. Miscellaneous collection, copies of police accident reports, $1,695. Charleroi prisoners, $350. Washington Township prisoners, none. North Bell Vernon prisoners, 0. West Newton prisoners, 0. Restitution, $272.35. Meter bags, $36. Total miscellaneous collection, $2,353.35. Court receipts from District Justice Office. Vehicle code fines collected, $7,964.51. Crimes code fines collected, $4,455.64. City ordinance collected, $2,131.57. Code enforcement collected, $1,233.59. Total receipts from District Justice Office, $15,785.31. Total receipts collected for year 2024, $18,278.66. David Uhas, Chief.
And we also have a code activity report for December. We had habitation permits, 15, correction letters, 11, animal complaints, 2, miscellaneous complaints, 14, health inspections, 1, office meetings with residents, 3, citations issued, 3, hearings, we had 1, building permits, 1, and there were no zoning permits. In addition, there were numerous complaints of grass, noise, abandoned vehicles, and homes. That
Thank you.
concludes the code report.
Has,
There's a fire report too.
okay, go ahead.
Do you want me to read it?
Sure.
Monessen Municipal Fire Chief Report, November 2024. Vehicle accidents, 4. Vehicle accidents with entrapment, 1. Medical assist, 4. Automatic fire alarms, 10. Carbon monoxide, 1. Wires down, 1. Landing zone, 0. Natural gas, 9. Tree down, 1. Stove fire, 2. Structure fire, 1. Calls outside the city, accident, vehicle accident North Bell Vernon, 1. Structure fire Charleroi, 1. Structure fire Washington Township, 1. structure fire Carroll Township, 1. Automatic fire alarm North Bell Vernon, 1. Total calls 39. Total firefighters 279. Firefighters per call 7.15. Total man hours 286.
Because the police fall under me, I'd like to commend them. Last year, they received 7,991 calls, resulting in 754 arrests. That's very significant. I think that pretty much concludes it. At this time, I'd like to call on Councilwoman Karen Cosner for her report, please.
Okay, the Parks Department report for December 2024 picked up litter, limbs, and leaves in the park, cleaned the civic center as needed, repaired lights in the police station, assisted the streets department as needed, and also I see Mark in, I want to thank you. When Mark told me that he was retiring, my first thought was he was pulling a joke on me. I couldn't believe it. I felt taken aback, but I appreciate all you've done for me in the short year I've been with you. I appreciated you every time, and I wish you a long retirement, long and healthy.
You want to announce your dates?
Yes. I'd like a motion to approve the following dates for some events that we have planned for the city in the upcoming months. So you can put them on your calendar, and if you want to call me and sign up for any of these, I'll take your advance registrations. Monessen Cleanup Day for Saturday, April 26th. Monessen Cleanup Day Saturday, September 27th. And last year we had one community flea market, which was held down on the lot across from the Historical Society. And the Redevelopment Authority gave me permission, and the city did too, to host several more. And they're on the third Saturday of the following months. Saturday, April 19th, May 17th, June 21st, July 19th, August 16th, and September 20th. And we're also making plans with Highmark to have a free farmers market like Charleroi did last September, sometime in July and August. And the dates, we have not set the dates yet, but that's something that's upcoming, and we're hoping that it'll be a success. And that's all I have.
Would you like to second that motion?
Second.
Any questions? Could I call the roll, please?
Councilperson Cosner?
Yes.
Councilperson Thomas?
Yes.
Mayor Mosher?
Yes. At this time, I'd like to open the floor for public comment, directed it to the mayor on any items related to business, ordinances, or statutes, resolutions, or daily work product, and the attention of the city of Monessen.
Okay, Mayor, I don't know where to begin here. Okay, first of all, let me start from the last one. We have no industry, we have no commerce, and we're gonna put these bizarre shacks, these tent cities, to bring in who? Who are you gonna bring in?
Nobody's
The last
putting up
time,
any tent cities.
it looked terrible, okay? And I want to know how many people attended.
Quite a
They're
few.
lucky they had 50 or 80 people there, and they're all related to each other. You didn't bring in people from out of town, and you didn't even bring in people who got wealth. I didn't see anybody with any wealth down there.
Really?
That's right. Okay, then number two. I want to know this. Why are we reading Bishop Bash's letter about some sort of insecurity here? And I could ask the police chief or anybody here. Well, you guys were threatened with a gun or is it physical harm?
That was written by somebody else. That was not us.
Okay, well, why did you read it? You're making
Because
the
it
public
was-
seem like we're a hostile
It was a
environment
letter
here.
written to the city, and we're obligated to read it.
Well, they don't obligate what we do in their meeting.
That's not the
And
law.
a bishop, yeah, and a bishop,
Keep order here.
if bishop wants to, if he really wants perfect security, tell him to move to China. You can't even make a comment. Everybody just praises Mao. Okay, so anyway. this is the other big thing here. Why are you giving yourself applicates or whatever you call them? You're patting yourself on the back whenever there were 3 items you left out. Our roads are a disaster. Wait till March comes. This is going to be a moon landing, okay? Even though I'm not taking I'm not blaming the city crew. They work hard for what they got. Very limited resources. Not talking about them. I'm talking about what you guys are not directing resources.
Did you listen to what I said? I said we made application for equipment. So
An
we can maintain our
application,
roads.
an application is not the same. For years, not just your administration, the last 4 administrations, they don't allow no amount of money for road repairs. That's baloney. You guys should have, and that's part of the reason why we pay property tax, to fix the roads. 95% of Monessen people own cars, and we're not addressing it.
It's being addressed. Move on.
Okay. Then about crime. There's a big drug problem here, and you don't even bring it up. So what we're going to applaud here? There's a big, who's getting arrested for drug busts?
There's been numerous,
Nobody's doing nothing.
there was 794 arrests last year.
It wasn't all drugs.
No. but there was-
Okay.
But a lot of them were.
There's a lot of drugs going on in the city.
I understand.
Okay, well, you understand, but nobody's addressing it.
We've got a police that's very active.
They need resources. You guys are not giving resources to where it should count. But what are we doing? We're buying equipment. We're buying cosmetics to make the city look good. Meanwhile, we got no industry. When you got no industry, you got no commerce. If you got no commerce, you got no tax base. Now, I don't know if you guys were aware, and I have it here printed out. These trailer park homes up there, they made a list. It was in last Wednesday's paper. And the people that honor that they're begging to apply are ex-cons, homeless people, mentally disturbed people, and go down the list. How is that going to bring Monessen up from the bottom?
No.
Okay?
Where do you get that from?
Right here. It was in the paper. I'll give you the key. You guys don't read. You sit among each other and you talk and bullshit each other. You think that's reality. Here. I made copies. Look at this list. You want one?
Sure.
You want one?
I'll wait. You have another one?
I'll give you mine.
You have misread this, the intent of what they're asking this. They're not saying that that's what they're soliciting for. They're saying that they will work with people that have these issues to resolve these issues.
We don't want them working with those people. We want them working with people who got money and they're productive. They pay taxes. These
And
people don't pay taxes.
All these people, you have to have an income over here, and if you have an income, you're paying taxes.
Listen, you're part of the New World Agenda where we're going to make America a third world nation.
Okay,
And
move
you're
on.
doing it from the bottom up in this town.
You can't read, but go ahead and go to the next.
Yeah, I
subject.
can't give it. I'm going to give you guys. You read it. You tell me what it says.
Says you have to have a job.
They're going to have a job. Those people there don't even get a job. None of them. They double speak. That's how they pass bullshit in our country. Double speak. Okay. The other big thing is this. Okay, now, you have guardian protection. You guys gonna pay for the public safety building.
Yep.
Okay. Why not the library? Why is the library paying their own protection services? It's part of the government, city government. You guys own it. You pay for the civic center, so why not the library?
The only thing we do at the Civic Center is a lock and key. The only thing that's to the library is lock and key.
So
maintain-
they don't have any security down there.
They have something. I don't know what it is.
But who's paying for
It's
it?
Guardian, yeah.
Okay, you guys are paying for it.
Okay.
So why do you keep double speaking here?
I know there's no double speak.
The library's trying to make ends meet. They got a payroll which is bigger than the Civic Center or from anybody else, and you're letting them pay for their security.
I don't know that they do. I think that
They
we pay for
do.
it.
I was just with Dave today.
Okay. Well, anyway,
All right, I don't know where to go. There's so many holes in your presentation that you guys don't got a clue. The paper doesn't justify, it doesn't spell out.
Got a great
the
suggestion
holes.
for you addressing this. Why don't you put out the petitions and run for office next time, and maybe you
No,
can help us solve these
I
problems.
am. I hope the people are bright enough to see that I will make a difference.
Okay?
Yeah, and there's another big thing. You guys did not get 3 bids.
We do on virtually everything that we do.
I don't see it. I don't see it written down with the name and the
We
description.
don't publish to the people that didn't
Okay, well, how
bid.
do we know you got the 3 bids? Because you tell us. So we're like little 5-year-old kids. Whatever the kindergarten teacher tells us, that's a proof.
Yeah, there's no obligation for us to do that.
Well, you do, because you owe the taxpayers money that you're spending.
Next.
Okay, this is for you, Solicitor Delfonso. Where are we with the easement? When they're gonna hit us with a shock price for trying to repair the sewer underneath the railroad tracks? Do you have any idea?
The railroad's still reviewing what was submitted.
Okay, because I've been asking since June of last year, and we just keep pushing it back. I just want to know, because I'm afraid. It looks like the big boys get what they want, and the little people are going to get it up the rear end whenever taxes come. Now, I think there's one more here, and I'm just trying to. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you this last thing. You keep saying you're applying for this, applying for that to get money. Where are we? Do we have any more money yet?
We've got the $75,000 we
Okay, what are you going to do with that $75,000?
invested in trying to attract businesses to the area.
How are you going to attract business by putting some sort of a comprehensive plan?
We've got that already done.
Okay, so what are you going to do with it then?
Put together proposals and
Proposals don't make things
get
happen.
realtors to go out and solicit for
Real
business.
estate people don't go out and solicit industry. What are you talking about?
Why don't you help us?
I will if anybody here talks to me. You guys, I've been told you this. I'm willing to put in my paper just $50. You guys pay $450, $800, and it comes out real small print, and nobody reads the print. I'll give you a 3rd page. Anyway, the big thing is this. If you guys don't solicit industry, we're not going to get Monessen up and running. That's
Okay.
all I'm going to know.
All right?
And if you don't bring people in to talk to us who are from the private sector, not the public, I don't want to hear baloney from the politicians. We're not going to do anything here. And each year, we keep shrinking our tax base. Well, what does that mean? They keep expanding their expenses. That means more and more taxes will be on our backs. And we're going to accept that. I don't want to accept it. Thank you.
Does anybody else have any comments they'd like to make? Provide your name and address, please.
Rich Hall, 1220 Dennis Avenue. I went back to 2020, paid my garbage. It was $195 with a $20 discount. We paid $175 if it was paid by the end of January. 2021, exact same thing. 2022, exact same thing. 2023, big increase, 8%, $210. $20 discount, $190. 2024, the same. 2025, 17% increase, $246, and my bill says minus $20 discount. I should be paying $226. I come down to pay, it's $236. But nobody can give me an answer.
It's a misprint.
So what's the real bill?
$236, which was approved during this council meeting.
So we only get a $10 discount.
Only a $10 discount.
Interesting. Okay, that's what I needed, clarification.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Pino C.M. Flynn. As you heard the man read the letter, that was me. I'm not shy about what I have to say. I don't threaten anybody. I'm too old to threaten. Back in my days, I didn't threaten. I took action. I'm too old. So I don't threaten anybody. But let me tell you something. I want you to know about the redevelopment authority. I asked 7 months ago, and the mayor attended. I told them to put cameras on top, just like they do here, so people can see what's going on. The meeting used to last 10 minutes. It was longer for the Pledge of Allegiance and the prayer, and the meeting was over. I questioned that. So this past, we didn't have no agenda for, I've been going there for almost, I'll say 4 years. No agenda until the last 3 months. In other words, they never told you what they're gonna talk about. Okay? So this past meeting that I went, it was interesting. They talked about, someone at the meeting said the meetings were too short. That was me. I said that. So the guy who's in charge of the meeting, whatever he's a bishop of some kind, he went on and spoke for 35 minutes straight about how smart he is and how much education he has. He went on for 35 minutes. I timed him. And there was a girl here from Monessen. Her last name was Lee. I think her first name was Kate. She gave us a business card. And she was actually there to promote her job, herself. So after the preacher got done talking about how great he is, he also said how great the rest of the guys are at. That means the ex-chairman, a couple other guys in there, Boozy. So the girl came over, the mayor was there. The girl started talking about what she was doing. You know, she writes grant. So she gave it a nice speech for, I say, good half hour. So after the meeting, or prior to the meeting, I told Linda, you watch. She's going to ask for questions. She's going to say, anybody has any questions, because that's normal. And then as soon as we get involved in that, they're going to tell her, shut up. And that's exactly what happened. She asked a question. My question to her was real simple. I'm glad to see a young lady from Monessen trying to help Monessen out. So my question to her was, what do you think Monessen needs? That's my question to her. And she started to, but they shut her off. And then 5 seconds after that, I said, you know, we're not in Korea, we're not in, you know, the Vietnam War is over, all the wars are over pretty much, but we still pledge allegiance to the flag. That's my country. This is my country. I served under that damn flag, and I don't need no asshole tell me at any given time that I can't speak. Okay? They're full of shit.
Let's watch your language.
That I can tell you. I'm going to continue to speak. When they're right, they're right. When they're wrong, they're wrong. And at this time, they're wrong again. So they went into a special section, meaning we all had to leave so they could do their business. They left the girl there, and I talked to her today. I called her today. And she says, you know what? Your question was fair. What's wrong with asking a young girl to say, you're from Monessen, what do you think Monessen needs? Not from an old man. This is my town. I came to this country, to this town. I want to see this town grow. But I don't need no asshole telling me that I can't speak for no reason. Okay? But I'm glad to hear tonight that they finally got a young man like Mr. Mandarino on a redevelopment authority. I just hope that you do what's in your mind and what's right for the city of Monessen, for the young kids your age, not for the old guys like me. We pay our taxes, do our duty, and move on. And when I have something to say, I'll say it. That's all I have to say. So whatever letter he wrote, I want you to know that I wrote them a letter, the Redevelopment Authority, under the Sunshine Law, or the Right to Know law, that I want to know what they were doing. They're supposed to answer to you within 30 days. They didn't. So I got from Steve Trapiano, he asked me if I give him additional time. I said, yeah, no problem. So he got an extra 10 days. He says, give me 10, 20 days, and I'll answer some of your questions that I can. I said, that's fine. Meantime, I asked him the same question. On November the 4th, I gave them to sign up for the same damn thing. I want to know what is it they're doing behind the scene. So they're supposed to answer within 30 days. So I asked my Corpash, the night of the development meeting, what's my answer? He said, I don't know what you're talking about. I thought that was D'Alfonso, because he plays a real dumb game, but he knows what's going on. It took him 2.5 months to reply today. 30 days they're supposed to answer.
We did.
So from November 4th until today, I got my letter somewhere around 3 o'clock, an email.
No, you got
So
your
they're
letter
gonna-
in December and within the 30-day period.
You replied to the
Right.
answer today. You were supposed to come back to me, and I got the damn letter, so don't BS. What did you send me? Why did you send me, why did you send me that letter?
The response
You
is
haven't
for-
given me any paper that I asked. And you said because you don't have the staff.
for,
That's what you said.
you're looking for 14 years of activity.
I don't care.
So it takes some time for us to put
Don't
that
you think
together,
you need to
Pina.
tell me?
I did, and
Yeah, today
And
you
she
told me.
told you on
No,
December.
you told me today.
December
Why
9th.
did you send me today?
December 9th.
Takes 30 days, not 2.5 months.
She
You could
responded-
argue about it, but you ain't
I
right,
have the
and you know
letter.
you ain't right.
I have the letter.
Under the right,
Okay.
yeah, why did you send me an email?
Let's just back down.
To basically go over what we're doing in the process.
Yesterday, you
But
didn't
here's
know
the
nothing.
response. I didn't
Yesterday,
know-
You didn't know anything. You said, I don't know what you're talking about.
I had to check with our
Today,
city
you finally
clerk.
checked it, okay?
Here's your
Well, let
letter.
me finish. I got one more question, okay? They can tell you what they want to tell you, how open they are. This is what I like to see. When I came to this country in 1961, okay, I lived on top of the steps. Up on top of 3rd Street step, the very first house, that was my grandfather. Okay, Felix Talarica. And I moved there. That's where we lived. We paid rent. We moved up from there to do this. And I had it downtown. I looked at downtown. There were stores all over the place. All kind of action going on. Okay? So all I've been saying for the last 8 years that I've been coming to this damn meeting, okay? 8 years. I like to see a downtown grow. Something to go in downtown. And they keep tearing buildings down and they keep telling you how they're gonna bring jobs in. I don't know what. You gotta have a downtown, damn it. You wanna give money in this town, get the steel plant to give you some additional cash. They got the money. Go and ask. You go in there and you ask for your son-in-law to get a job. That's all you did. Okay? So that's the only thing he does. So it comes back to this type of BS. But I got one more for you. I was waiting for Tony Ojakowski to be here. Okay? But he said on last monthly meeting, I asked a question about why did he give 5% increase to D'Alfonso, the attorney law firm. And he explained to me that they never went over the budget. And he's absolutely, I was wrong when I told him, I was picking on him really, but I was wrong. He didn't do a damn thing wrong. This guy puts in 5% into his budget, so he cashed it in, but I would do the same thing you did.
What are you talking about?
They put in you never got you got a 5% increase every year you've been here. And you never went over the budget.
I don't even think I got close to the budget number.
You never went over the budget.
I don't think I ever got to the budget number.
No, but he give you 5% in the budget.
That's what they
right.
budgeted for.
Pardon?
That's what the city budgeted for.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever
He got it.
got to that number.
but you got pretty damn close.
I
So he's right. I was wrong. He was right. He never went over the budget. That's what I'm saying.
I'll accept your apology.
He never went over the budget. But then I get this newspaper, Ed, that said, okay, there's a guy named Ted, right? He always speaks. Ed or Ted? Ted. Ted LaFever. Pretty smart guy.
Turn around and face the council, please.
Pardon?
Turn around and face the council, please.
I didn't hear
Turn around and face the council, please.
you. You got it.
Yes, thank you.
Man, I got better things to look down there than I do here.
But this whole point is to address the council.
That's all I can tell you. But anyway, Ed LaFever asked the question last month, because we went over the budget according to what they talked about, $25,000. Okay? And my question was, why you giving him an increase? And he was right when he says, we never went above whatever we put in the budget. And then when I read it, he was right. And I wanted to tell him, he was right. We're never over the budget, but he did give him close to 5% increase. Okay? So, number two, that part that I was getting with Ted being asked, why don't you put some money aside so we can fix some of the road? Okay? He says, we can't do that. We don't have enough money. We don't have the money to put in there. Okay? So then somebody drops, I don't buy a fake newspaper, okay? But somebody drops me one of these fake newspapers from town. And I think that the writer is here, right here. And I don't know how he wrote it. He said something that the mayor was right and Tony was right. Meaning the mayor told Tony, by the way, we have close to $400,000 or $375,000 in savings. And I said, oh. And that's how the writer wrote that they were both right. That Tony was under budget for the year, and the mayor said that they had $375,000 in the bank, which no one ever said we did. Because that's what Ed was asking, save some money so we could do some of the road. But I think, might be wrong on this, but you gotta prove it to me. These people have been balanced their budget on not paying bills. And when it comes at the end of the year, they take whoever they don't pay, they move it over, and then come June, and if you have any question, ask Westmoreland Engineering. Because last year they had to wait until May or June before they got 400 grand. But this is how they balance their budget. It's my opinion. And I'm not a disgruntled guy that live in Monessen. I'm not. I'm a happy guy. Any other time, it's just when I come to Monessen, my hometown, never looked this terrible. Never looked this bad. The roads I'll be able to drive.
Okay,
And then on the other part,
you're just
on the- on the
grandstanding
let
at
me
this point.
finish.
No, you're just
Let me
grandstanding.
finish.
You're
Let
just
me finish.
grandstanding at this
Okay,
point.
this is what they do good. They
You're
try
just
to interfere
grandstanding
with
at this point.
The redevelopment authority does not allow you to speak at their meeting. They want you to put it in writing, and then they'll give you an answer maybe 30 days later.
And that's gonna happen here if you continue just to grandstand. And that's all you're doing right now. You've talked about the redevelopment authority. You didn't address anything to the council. You've been talking for quite a few minutes. You haven't addressed the council. The purpose of this is to address council,
You got
not,
two councilmen in here.
well, you do have three that are.
Yeah, and I think I told everything that I needed to tell you,
Okay, well then
okay?
fine.
But at the end of the day, we're not from out of this country. We're not out from out of state.
You're just
You
grandstanding
are.
at this
And the Monessen people do stand together. But trust me what I'm saying. You guys need to wake up. You need to come every damn meeting and speak your mind, not a bunch of bullshit that they feed you.
Thank you. Anybody else? State your
Hi,
name and address.
I'm Dave
sir.
Leska. I'd like to address.
Your address, please?
Pardon me?
Your address, please?
500 Delaware.
Okay, thank you.
I want to address the launch ramp situation.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware of what's going on?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, are you going to do anything about
We're
it?
trying our best.
Because we have groups that can help out, get manpower, equipment, whatever.
Well,
we
come make a
just need that
proposal. We're all
taken
for
care
it.
of.
Great, let's do it. I've been working hard.
Come on up.
I've been working hard to try to figure out ways to do this.
We have, it's the River Rats, tournament circuit. They have access to machinery. Also, I just read in the paper that Webster got a grant from the Corps of Engineers.
Yeah, you know, that's a very interesting thing.
We need to go after something.
I have. I went to the Army Corps of Engineers. It's interesting that the removal of the dam at Elizabeth has been under consideration for 30 years. For 30 years, they've known that they're going to reduce the level. They've gone to Elizabeth, they've gone to Rostraver, they've gone to Rincon, they've gone to Homestead, they've gone to all these different places along the river, and they said, the river's going to change levels. We're going to continue to support the fishermen, the boating, the recreational aspects of this. And I go to the meeting and I say, how come you haven't come to Monessen? They say, Monessen has no boat launch. I say, what do you mean? We own a boat launch. The boat launch is in Rostraver. We own the property and it belongs to Monessen, but it actually is in Rostraver. So when they would go to Rostraver never said, we got a boat launch in Monessen. They said, we got a boat launch in Elizabeth, we got a boat launch here and there. I said, well, you got a problem here. We've reduced the level in Monessen. We've got problems with our barges that are rusting. We got problems with the level of the river and everything else that is affecting us. And they said, sorry, we ran out of money.
Well, they're not out of money.
That's what they told me. They said that they had budgeted all their money that they had, some $1 billion+, and there was nothing left for Monessen.
This is probably the best facility on the whole river system.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree. We got the best boat launch that's there.
It's the only one.
It's the only one.
It's
Well-
the only ramp that you can use in this whole pool. The Monongahela pool, this is the only ramp.
That has a place to park your trailers and everything else. I
Well,
understand.
it has a ramp that you can actually use, but my buddy busted an axle this week on it, duck hunting, so that it's not usable either anymore. And this is not your problem as much as it is the Army Corps of Engineers. Army Corps of Engineers are gonna cost this valley a lot of money because these boaters that put in here last summer, that was here last summer, had to lock through, bring their trailers, load their boats, because your ramp isn't big enough for a 25-foot boat. So they had to go to, but so now, those people aren't gonna come back and put the money back into this valley right here, because they're not gonna come to this ramp. If I gotta put a boat in,
You know what the sad part of that whole thing is? The Army Corps of Engineers claims that it's adding $100 million in economy to the Mon River communities.
politicians lie.
Well, maybe, but this is the Mon Valley.
How did Webster get, I mean,
The-
I know it's Ross River Township, but
They went and they worked with them for
That
30 years. They
farm
worked with all these people. They did not come to Monessen and work with
that
us.
facility, there's no parking, there's no, that ramp hasn't been usable for 20 years.
I agree.
And they're sinking money into it, and it's worthless.
I understand that.
This
We,
really shouldn't be your fight. It really, honestly, it should not be Monessen's fight.
but it is,
But-
because it's
but
our boat launch.
It's our.
Now, the
We own the property.
the
and-
Boat and Fishing Commission will pay 50% of whatever it takes to fix that thing. They have a grant process, but we gotta come up with the other 50%.
Well, let's
Is that-
let's charge them $2 million and it's
Is
only gonna
that,
cost
let
them
me
$1
ask,
million.
jump in here.
And let them pay it all.
That
Let's
grant,
play politics here.
is it 50% cash or is it 50% also labor,
I'll
materials?
write them a
It's
bill. You
fit-
want me to write them a bill? And you guys won't have to pay nothing, and they'll pay it all, and their 50% will be.
I am very willing to work with you guys and will support that 100% because the boat launch is important to the
It's
city of
important to
Monessen.
It's very
And,
important to the town.
and I will work with you any way I possibly
River
can.
Rescue, God bless them people that go pick bodies up and that.
It's a win-win for everyone.
I don't disagree.
Right.
I'm sold. I understand what you're saying, and I will work with you. Come talk to me, let's sit, we'll make some phone calls, we'll try to figure it out.
Well, when can we do this?
I'm here from 7 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock in the evening, just about every day.
Because it needs to be done. You can't let the summer go by.
I understand.
You know,
Before December.
Come by Monday, tomorrow's pretty well booked. but
actually, the river's gonna get lower, isn't it?
10 inches lower.
10
is
inches,
what
they're
I
taking,
heard.
when they take
I think
the
it's more
dam
than
out,
10 inches.
they take the lock out.
I think
it's
it's
gonna
like
drop.
2 or 3 feet.
Well, if it goes down 10 inches, your ram's done.
I understand. Well, 10 more
Barely,
inches.
It's not usable.
10
by
more
far,
inches and we're
but-
done, but it's down about 3 feet from what it was.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely down feet, but I'm saying, your last pad.
As
if it
far
goes
as I
down
know
10
it, this
inches,
is the level that it's supposed to be at from this point going forward.
But this isn't a gigantic job.
Oh, no, we know.
We know people that can do this. It's not a big job because the ramp does go down a good ways. There's
The-
just, you know, just not enough.
Well, we can work on that. There are considerations that the city has to be responsible. You have to have insurance. There's all different kinds of things that we need to work through, but if you've got solutions, I will listen to you.
But you have to have permits to do this stuff. Anything in the river, you have to have a permit.
Absolutely.
You can't dump stuff.
I understand. I will help you do this.
But you're the solicitor?
I am.
Can you write a letter to the Army Corps of Engineers and saying that there's boat damage done, and the city of Monessen doesn't wanna uphold to pay the damage because you guys created this? And the people, and this is the sad part of this whole thing, like you said, it's 30 years. So the people that actually engineered this aren't even alive now.
That's right. This has been kicked down the road for many years.
Yeah,
Here's-
this dam's been kicked forever.
Here's the kicker. I'm pretty sure that boat ramp was improved with what the locks were going to do in mind during
No,
that
no,
time.
Never. I fished this river
Eh.
for 50 years. That ramp, when that ramp was first put in,
Yeah.
is the exact same way it is today. And it was
There wasn't an
designed-
improvement project in
Oh,
the
no, it's
nineties?
been improved a little,
Yeah.
but not for this, the pool going down.
Yeah, but what they were supposed to do, where all the money came from for the communities up to the Charleroi locks, this was a plan that the Army Corps of Engineers had since the mid-nineties.
There's about, eight ramps have been affected.
Right.
All of them were shot.
Right.
Yep.
There is not a ramp.
But furthermore, most of them, other than Monessen, the Army Corps of Engineers went through and dredged the river. They extended the fish lanes. They marked it better. They tried to work with the recreational side of the use of the river in big ways at all the places except for Monessen.
The Corps of Engineers make.
They did nothing for Monessen.
They're a disaster.
Well, that's good. That's what's gonna have to happen then.
Well, come on by Monday and we'll sit down. We'll
So who are all you guys? I heard you say the river rats, but are you guys in a group
We
or?
fish Sunday tournaments, and every other week, we have one at Monessen. And
Okay.
thank you guys for that, parking lot, because it's really nice, it's beautiful.
it was the nicest boat launch on the river.
Best in the whole western Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and it's just a
All
shame
three
that
rivers.
this ramp is not up to par. I mean, you can't, if somebody goes in there blind and dumps their boat too deep, they're gonna bust a
Yeah,
tire.
they're all getting out.
Come by and see me. We'll get a hold of the Army Corps of Engineers. We'll see if they can offer some solutions for us.
Well, let's get some names.
Yeah.
I'm leaving for Florida tomorrow fishing,
Sure, you gonna be snow.
Somebody can.
but I'll be glad to.
If you'll stick around for a minute, I'll run upstairs and get some business cards for you guys.
Okay.
Does anybody else have
Thank you,
anything?
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For having us. Good luck.
Thank you.
Linda Lacy, Maple Avenue, and I just want to make a comment on the letter that Mike Korposh wrote.
That's the redevelopment
No,
authority.
because, no.
Go ahead.
If
Just
it
make quick.
wasn't supposed to, why did you read it to us then if we wasn't supposed to comment on
We'll
it?
comment on it.
All
I'm sorry.
right.
But I didn't write.
You were at the meeting yesterday.
Yes.
It was not, it was a nice meeting. Nobody threatened anyone. And I'm tired of being called the other. Oh, by the way, besides Pino, I'm the other person, because there's only 3 of us that attend the redevelopment authority meetings. Bishop Bass is mad because I corrected him on a statement he made, and I don't appreciate it, because he insulted me. And that's all I want to say. And then I want a copy of that letter, because I'm going to print it.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else have any comments? I'd like to make a motion that we adjourn at 7:50. Is there a second? Is there a second?
Oh, second.
All in favor of adjournment, say aye. Aye. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you.